Welcome to the Clinical Cookout.
What's up, y'all? It's Auntie Kesh from the Clinical Cookout, and this week we'll be talking about access to mental health. Now, I understand a lot of us do not have access to mental health, and we know why. We know the systemic barriers that are put in place. We know that there are disproportionately less therapists of color, and partially that's our fault as a mental health system because we have excluded Black and brown people from getting into accredited programs so that way they're able to serve their community. However, you found the Clinical Cookout because you know that we try to give as much free resources as we can so that way people have some sort of access to mental health. If you can't afford finding a therapist or just don't have a therapist in your area, you can always do online. Now, I know that that is not something that people often go to as their first choice because there's nothing like in-person therapy, right? However, if you find a therapist that may be outside of your state that's able to be licensed in your state and can do telehealth, try it and see how it goes. Number two, you can always find yourself on an app, right? Because everybody uses their phone. So I was just looking online and I found an app called the Liberate Meditation app. And this app was created by a Afro-Latino, Julio Rivera, and this app was created for people of color. Now, if you're curious and want to know kind of what it's all about, you go right over there and check it out. If you want to continue your online search, you can go ahead and look up these places that I'm getting ready to mention, so that way this can hold you over. I know that the wait list for wanting to see a therapist in general is just long, let alone a Black therapist. So these are the kind of resources that may be helpful in the meantime. The first one is called the Black Mental Health Alliance. Now, this database, at least from what I read, is with Black psychiatrists, and we know how hard it is to find a Black psychiatrist. What they have on their website is organizes educational forums, trainings, and referral services to support the Black community. And then the other one I found was the Black Mental Wellness. Now, this mental wellness center or place that you can go to offers training as well as has a space for students who want to pursue mental health. And I think that that's pretty cool. So if you're interested, you can definitely go look there and figure out if those services or those resources is useful for you. But in the meantime, in between time, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to be on the lookout for our Love and Logic webinar that is coming up February 7th. It is on our page. Go to the Clinical Cookout, as well as like, share, and follow.
Hold the key to stop. Hold the key out. Hold the key out.